Just 3 months after the Crocus concert hall attack, the spectre of terrorism appeared to, once again, loom large over Russia, when assailants carried out a series of attacks in the Dagestan province over the weekend. At least 15 security officials and an unknown number of civilians fell prey to militant attacks carried out in 2 cities in the northern province of Dagestan, with the assailants attacking a church, a synagogue, and a police outpost. The investigations are still ongoing, and it is too early to comment conclusively on root causes and assign blame to specific groups. And yet, just like immediate aftermath of the Crocus attack, fingers are already being pointed at the war in Ukraine, and some Russian officials have even made vague statements about the involvement of foreign forces. But before getting into speculation, let us go over the basic facts as they have been presented thus far. To begin with, the attacks took place on Sunday, split over 2 cities in Dagestan, Derbent, and the provincial capital Mekhechkala. In both cities, reports indicate that the attackers assailed Orthodox churches and Jewish synagogues, targeting them with gunfire and even setting the structures ablaze. In Derbent, a 66-year-old Orthodox priest was killed in a knife attack. In Mekhechkala, the assailants additionally targeted a traffic police outpost, killing and injuring several officers in an armed standoff. Following subsequent anti-terror operations, as many as 6 assailants were killed, and several others may have also been captured according to several conflicting reports. One of these local media reports even identified 2 of the attackers, who were captured as being sons of Dagestan's Sergokala district head. This, like much else about this incident, has not been officially confirmed so far, and leads us to the more speculatory part of this report. First, a little background. Like neighboring Chechnya, Dagestan is a Muslim-majority province with a history of violent separatist movements against Moscow. Perceived neglect of the province and its people by Moscow, combined with an Islamist insurgency spilling over from Chechnya, has created a volatile powder keg in Dagestan that successive Russian administrations have sought to address. To add to this, there are reports of growing frustration in the region as a whole regarding the war in Ukraine, with the perception being that Russian leaders are disproportionately making use of their ethnic minorities as cannon fodder in the killing fields of the war. With this context in mind, we may consider claims that this attack was carried out by foreign forces in coordination with local elements. While there is no proof of Ukraine or any of its Western allies being involved at this point, there is some indication that ISISK, the same group allegedly involved in the Crocus attack, may have had some part to play in the Dagestan violence. Washington-based Institute of War, for instance, pointed to an alleged statement released by ISISK-affiliated Al-Azaim media praising their brothers from the Caucasus for the attack. This, reportedly, is a reference to the Wilayat Kavkaz, the local branch of the Islamic State operating in the Caucasus, a group that is rumored to have become more active in recent days. Again, this remains unconfirmed and will likely not stop assertions from Russian lawmakers that Western spy agencies, in coordination with Ukraine, are somehow to be blamed for the attack. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comments section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.